It's episode 34, featuring Josh Willis returning from the dead. And now his camo is more than just a cameo, it's Mr. Brian Sturges.
You're listening to Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, Josh Willis, and Tim Hall. UNT with Brian Sturges.
Last week was a little bit like Inception, and I went down some roads, I went through some doors, and then didn't remember how to get through the other doors.
Yeah, you lost the map for sure.
Yeah, it was a thing. So I'd like to go ahead and apologize to myself, to Tim Hall, to YouTube, to the viewers.
The world of comedy.
Well, sometimes
the idea of improvisation.
I knew I shouldn't have done a show that day. I knew it.
Yeah.
I said I was like. There have been a few rare times when I feel like I really can't pull it together, where you're like, I really don't have it in me, but like, I really, really don't want to do this, but it's that commitment. But then it's that, it's like,
but look what it created.
Skipped that week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that one's not going to go back in the hits. That one's going to go,
Oh, that's not going to be in the best of 2021.
Oh my God. Well,
some of it. Yeah,
there were some other outside influences.
Oh,
and it was just not. I just the show must go on, but it was probably shouldn't have. This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. You can follow me at Mr. Brian Sturges. You can follow him at Timothy Hall Music. I got there sometimes.
Yeah, you got it.
I do comedy where I'm always to a MacBook and to YouTube. And as I said before, I have a problem. I go too far in the future that I'm not present in the joke. And that, I think,
I used to write that, or I still write that way, actually. When my teachers would complain that I would just start writing and I would be thinking ahead. So I would skip to those words. So it was just like a jumble, and that, I'd be scratching stuff off. I didn't use the eraser. I just didn't have the time to flip the.
No, who has the time?
Yeah. To flip that thing around.
You're a pen user. You took out your Mont Blanc.
Yeah.
You took out your quill. Your ink and quill. Was it octopus ink or whale ink? What do you, in terms of ink, if one was to purchase?
Well, I use an archival because I want it to last. I want people to read, my story, Skeleton Island.
So what you're saying is that there's an ink specifically for longevity now? That's what that is?
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. I mean, yes, it is. There's also archival paper,
Right, but obviously there's the iron that burns through the paper, right? So the old 1770 whatever, they're all red when you see the ink, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is to you, you're looking at me like I'm crazy here, but the ink that you just said, archival ink, that's the ink that you're using that is supposed to now last.
Yeah, it's supposed to last.
Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy for this? I'm asking you. Oh,
this is my look. This is my resting Brian is crazy look.
I'm just trying to learn. So I saw really quick Murder Among the Mormons on Netflix.
Oh, somebody else was telling me about this.
It's a 3-parter, and I would say watch it in order by, like I loved episode 1 the most, 2, and then 3 is just like, okay, it's a 3-parter, but overall, I mean, it's better than I could ever do. It was fantastic. And I highly recommend watching it. And their whole thing is it's about the Mormon document trades, old ephemera and paper products, and people were buying and selling historical writings from the Mormon church. So although it's about murder, it's about people who were buying and trading documents, and basically some documents came out that showed that what they were teaching is inaccurate. And so the church was trying to buy it off and blah, 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 blah. All you got to know is car bomb. So if you're into, so if you like old paper products and murder, I just,
why didn't they put that in the title?
Yeah, but it was great. Yeah. I hope
I got to get my hands on that Teachings of Moroni.
200. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, gold plates. What are the odds?
Yeah. Spectacles.
I probably would have just
screaming into a hat. I mean, this is all Mormon gold.
The words are worth more than the gold. Yeah, but this is gold. I'm going to melt it. No. Like, no, sir. What's on the, no. I'm going to the Pawn Stars. I'm going
to transcribe it. I'm going to melt these tablets down.
I'm going to scan it. I'm going to use my Epson. I'm going to go back it up to my Google Drive. Yeah, that's great. So definitely check it out. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Hey.
Whoa. What's happening, guys?
Oh, hey.
Jay Willis.
Oh, my God.
Hey.
Alive and well.
He is a lot. Hey, turn your head to the right. I love how you think about it. And now to the left.
Oh, they did a great job.
God, he is alive and with both sideburns attached.
Good Lord.
We thought you were missing.
Yeah, guys, I was on vacation. Yeah, I was partying out in the desert, man.
Huh. Did you let us know, or
did you tell me?
Yeah, I sent you like a 4-page email with my complete itinerary.
To my Gmail?
Check. With the Hotmail?
Yeah.
I'm on
I sent it to all your
Fort Life Choices in Netscape.
Yeah. AOL accounts. Yeah.
So I'm a little upset by it because I spent $6,400 on hiring a private detective to come find you, and he found someone.
A very aggressive detective.
Yeah, his name was. Well, we can't say, it's too early. We can't say what his name was, but it's spelled. His last name is spelled with a PH. He's Ty.
He's like a PH detective.
Yes.
PhD.
Not balanced in the mind.
No?
It's Detective Tide. Doctor Tide Stain Remover. No, Detective. Sorry, he's so many jobs. He's like Doogie Howser, but he doesn't do doctor.
Also claimed to be a marshal. So
that's
there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I wasn't. You
sent out a federal marshal to find me?
I did. Well, I hired privately. I had to sell. I had to sell both of my lawn mowing trailer businesses to my neighbor kid. 16.
Oh yeah.
Now he just spits at me every time he drives by. He hooked it up to his bicycle. He goes down and he makes $1,200 a day. This kid now. I don't know why.
Jeez.
Yeah. He had a DUI, so he can't get that's not the point. See, these are the stories in which when I go this far away, now your job is to be like, and the story is,
and you're back.
No. I need you to actually tell me what the story is.
Wait, about the DUI kid?
We were just talking. Yeah, we were just talking about how I go too far to the future.
Oh,
so
yeah.
When I go too far, where you could tell I'm lost, and I have that pause where it's like I have no idea where to go next. You have to say, "Oh, this is why you're speaking. This is the main point because I am unable to retain."
I need some flashcards to lift up.
Yeah, I need
reel it in, Brian.
That was something interesting that I saw. That the stand-up comedians on the late night shows are using cards with their material on. Maybe not the Chappelles of the world.
Oh, you mean like 3x5s?
No. Like
the cue cards.
Cue cards.
Oh.
Like there's a guy holding their jokes for them next to the camera, just like when they're doing a monologue.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So the same monologue guy holds up the comedian's jokes. Which I thought I had an associate who performed on one of the shows, and the behind the scene pictures and the little bit of video is that all. So, which made me want to relax so much because the thought of now obviously never going to happen, but if you could go back in time 20 years and do things over, and you could have been on something. What's my train of thought right now?
You are a comedian.
Cue cards.
Cue cards. Yes, thank you.
Yes, Willis for the McMahon. Right. So they have the cue cards, which I would relax so much, right? Because you would be freaking out. You're going to freak if this is your first time on Johnny Carson, right? And you're going to freak out normally, but there is something that curbs it a little bit to know that you can just look at the camera here, and then your jokes are there. I never knew that they would do that, which
I didn't know that
as a performer. I mean, if it's your first time, let's be honest. If any of us got on the Johnny Carson show, like, broads, whatnot, you get it, cigarette boxes. Don Rickles comes out, makes fun of Indian people, just rude, sex. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't see Don Rickles before. You have to bring me back though. But I did see Don Rickles in his final years in Vegas. And a lot of the jokes did you really?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You saw me before me. I remember, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you just take my story and you make it better. That's right. Because I copy everything you do.
I was just.
I used to hang out with him, and we had dinner together.
You had dinner with Don Rickles? Did he have the egg salad?
That's all he ate. It was disturbing. Yeah.
I do love Don Rickles because he's like, I don't have a bit. I don't have a show. I just say things that come out of my mouth. He's like, I just say crazy things, and it works for me. He's like, that's his whole thing. He said nobody can do what I do, and he's great. Clearly, we're over here on the left coast here with inclusion and whatnot. So, we're all about that. So that's the only down thing is obviously his comedy now is highly offensive. It's a little bit like old Disney cartoons, like
right.
Like
Bluebird on my shoulder. Yeah.
Would be like, that's defrosted frozen head or whatever,
Oh, he's up next for cancellation. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, he's
Don.
already
The Don.
Well, they changed.
Yeah, I
the
believe he
writing
was
in the world.
anti-Semitic, right?
Yeah, but an appropriate amount for the time period.
Oh, okay.
It's wrong. We can all agree, but it's like, which is crazy about progress. I mean, progress is still, it seems so slow, obviously, but I mean, in the history of, Hannibal's coming over the Alps with elephants, 400 years ago? Like he said, Genghis Khan's like, I'm going to have sex with 1/3 of the world's population or whatever. Like, remember when men were men?
I don't know. My memory's not that long.
So anyways, our detective.
Yeah, you tied it back together. You did it. I'm proud of you.
So I spent $6,400, and he was a drunk, and he was a rude drunk, and he really had a hard time following.
He did have some tangents.
But I'm glad to know that you're okay, because he did find some sideburns that were bashing against the rocks of, I think it was one of the Carolinas. I don't.
Yeah, it was.
Remember?
I think it was the Atlantic. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely briny. Yeah. I just remember a lot of brine.
They were the saltiest pair of sideburns.
A lot of men with no sleeves and thick muscles and just that smell of the ocean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Men who drink.
It sounds like those sideburns could have come from anywhere.
Well,
they were very distinct.
They could have been two women's down patches. I don't want to go down to that visual, but they could have been
down.
Down patches.
Yeah,
they make those out of down, or
the little pat. You know how they do a little triangle down there. The little.
Sure.
It's like, hey, dipshit, it's here. It's right here. I've drawn an arrow to where you have to touch it. If you could just, nope, we're close. Look, follow it.
Follow the map. Oh God, what a visual!
Am I close?
No, I got a question. You made a little symbol with your hands there during that. Now,
isn't Fox will know what that means.
Isn't that an actual, like, the American Sign Language sign for the JJ? Yeah.
Oh,
is that
really?
I think so.
This is this.
I think so. It's something. It's along the. Yeah, it's not like that.
It's a club.
Yeah.
Oh God!
I have 40 viewers. Let me in. Wait. Let me in.
Oh God.
What's great is the longer that I'm in comedy, the lower the views are getting. So that's good. So
It's encouraging, right?
You're doing a great job. When the last time you performed was, I think, was the little Timmy's birthday party where he fell in the pool, and he'll always have to he'll have that tube in his neck.
Oh,
Remember now?
Oh God, what did I miss?
I think it was it's probably something incredibly offensive to people with different abilities, differently abled.
Yeah. But you kept it in, and that's I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You didn't let it out.
But Brad, so where'd you go on vacation?
Oh, we went to Palm Springs.
What is it called?
Palm
Springs.
Where's Palm Springs?
Palm Springs is
Is this some secret rich place that you rich white people go? And yes, I'm including your wife.
Was it relaxing?
It was, yeah. It was quite relaxing.
What's it like to
we had a
relax?
nice time. Well, it's sort of like when you're all tensed up.
Uh-huh.
It's not like that at all.
Okay.
So when you get all tense up, you and your wife go out of town.
That's right.
And when you come back, you feel more relaxed.
That's right.
Now, I'm no storyteller. That's nice. Yeah.
So, I kept it short.
Yeah. But I will admit, I guess locational intercourse really spices things up, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you live in the same house for 40 years with your betrothed, it's the same oak bedpost she's been gnawing at for, through score, whatever. Just switch it up. So you get a nice hotel room. And then I guess if it's a nice...
Is she a beaver? Not at the bedpost.
My
Building
father
a dam.
does not watch this. My father, who's just like...
Is that head shake?
Is it? Yeah. He looks at me with those old Irish eyes, like, where he feels the guilt for my poor life choices. It's like, if I just give him a little, toughen him up and bring him to the dock. He doesn't sound like that, but if he were a caricature of an alcoholic, that would be
that's what he'd be. Okay.
That's what he would sound like. But my father wasn't. In fact, I only heard him say the F word one time in my entire youth. My father and I would go fishing way, way, way up in the deep cold, and big fish, right? Just big old, no one's up there fishing fish. And he had a giant one on for what felt like 45 minutes, just. And then just as it got to the boat, the line snapped. I was probably 12. And he said, okay, we're in the middle of nowhere, right?
So technically you heard him say it several times.
Yeah, it all echoed in because it was just like man versus wild. And then after, it was like not Walt Whitman. It was like, what's his name there?
Henry David. Oh, God. Who's that?
Hemingway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. It's like a Hemingway novel or whatever, or a short story.
The Old Man in the Sea.
Yeah. But there was, at the end of the day, the fish is still laughing about it today. And I'll just never forget that. Because when you've never heard it said before from someone, and then it's said, it's the shot. And then,
it's like a
quiet. And you could just hear the boat and the wave, the water, right? No one said anything. You could not even a seagull squawked. They wouldn't dare. They felt the room. Yeah. I'd like to point out that the reason that there's a camo background, I was going to do a woods thing where I was in the woods looking for you still. Now it just looks like I'm a hillbilly. So I just want to at least call out that this was supposed to be like, I was gonna be put actually forest up that I was in there, but I was gonna be like, nah, I'm in a thing, and then now I just look like I should be at Walmart picking up some lawn chairs on clearance.
That's actually how the green screens come in Walmart, right?
Oh, they
come pre-camoed. They're actually worthless as green screens.
Yeah, they're actually, yeah. It's funny. He's my father is 94, I think is correct.
Wow.
So he's so as you can imagine, there's twice the generational difference on average, which means is that his first wife that he laid with and had a family with, right? I mean, they're old enough to be like my mother. You know what I mean? So my half sisters are, all retired already, and they're all like, living in Boca or whatever, you do. So, my father wasn't, although didn't serve, I don't think shot any Krauts. Can you say that? I don't know. In World War II. No, can you say that? Is that
I think so.
But yeah, because the Germans are bad guys, right? I've seen a bunch of 80s movies, right? Rocky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's not them,
it's the Russians. Yeah.
It's the Russians. If it's not them, it's the Middle Easterners. If it's not the Middle Easterners, it's the Asians. I mean, come on. It's not that hard to write a Hollywood movie. White person versus any other race.
Anybody else, yeah.
Right? And at the end, the white person wins. So, that's Hollywood. I didn't do it. I don't know. No. I don't believe in it.
So your dad.
Don't forget about Ice-T's Surviving the Game, which I loved, where a bunch of white guys went and picked up the black hobos in New York City and then hunted them. And then, of course, he got his revenge. It was like Rutger Hauer.
Nice.
And it was like one of those movies you'd see. It's always at 2 p.m. on TNT in the 90s or something. And it was all edited down where it was, where all the best parts of watching the movie were gone. And it's just those character actors saying unnecessary lines in between blowing up aliens or whatnot.
I do love a good revenge movie.
Yeah.
Just because I want revenge.
I haven't seen the John Wicks, any of them.
Really?
And everyone keeps saying it's like, it's a standard now. It's like, what do you call those things? Like a Mission Impossible or something. It's a franchise. That's it. See?
Yeah. Oh, it is a franchise. There's a trilogy. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, that's how long I've been out of like life. That I haven't seen a movie where a man shoots other people and he's handsome. I want to see Keanu Reeves shoot Russians.
Oh, he does.
Something about his dog or his dog dies or something, or goes after the dog. I want to see it.
The first one was quite good.
Yeah, I would rate them in the number that they
of course
exist in.
Well, he's
first one's first, second, third. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Willis, I mentioned this in the earlier part of the show before I knew you were alive. Because I forgot we were supposed to be looking for you. But we watched Murder Among the Mormons on Netflix.
Oh.
Interesting. I probably shouldn't have brought it back up. Would have been good storytelling. But I bring it up again. If you like, it's a 3-parter, so it's 3 hours, right? And it's about old documents. So that the Mormon Church, basically the Mormon religion started like, I don't know, was it Thursday?
Yeah, it was 18 somethings.
1895. Now I have several Mormons in my family, so I have to be careful.
Really?
Yes.
I was not aware of that.
Oh yeah, no, I have like, to my father's chagrin, some of those earlier family members. Let's just say I'm not the only one who makes choices. We just do it. Mine's just like blatantly obvious, and other ones,
subtle.
Yeah.
It was like the Scientology of their day.
You know what? It totally is. And I will say this, my whole thing with religion is Ricky Gervais really said it best, where there's 3,000 gods. You believe in one. So you don't believe in so what's one more if you don't believe in it? And I don't know. I don't want to go down this is a comedy show. I don't want to talk about the existence of God, but
what's it all about? Yeah.
Why do you feel lonely? Do you feel not accepted?
Are you lacking
like
purpose?
To be in a group of like-minded white shirt wearers, Sipowicz looking Bible thumpers to come out. Now, yes, you'll be eating dinner after a hard day of real work, but you'll have some child knock on the door and say, would you like to convert to this religion? And I say, you've come to the camo factory, boy.
I wonder if that's ever worked.
Oh, I think it's highly effective. I would
Really having the kid come around and people like,
Oh, I thought you meant pulling a shotgun.
oh no, that's effective.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
100% effective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's like Mitchell deodorant. It is 100% effective. Right?
He's gotten so many kids.
500 with a pistol grip. I'm to a 19-year-old boy. There's going to be problems. I do look like I should, but you're like, you gotta. After this, I gotta go skin a deer. Oh, side story that remind me is a long time ago when I was employable. I worked at a talent agent and as a junior agent representing the names of yesteryears.
Oh yes, I know those names.
Remember this? So, I was pretending that I could work in a 9-to-5 office job, like repping other talent. Like I had that in me. Like I wasn't dying 1,000 deaths every time. That I called one booking agent, and so I'd book old acts into casinos and like performing arts centers in towns that have been blown over by the wind. I called one guy and I'm like, my voice was higher because I was younger. Hey, is Daniel Radcliffe there? Oh, he's here, but he's skinning a deer right now. He's about half of the guts are he's doing the guts right now. Do you mind waiting? I said, I'll call back. Oh, from me. It was just like where I'm from. I mean, it's weird. Like where I'm from in New York, either you love camo, skinning deers and four-wheelers, or you wear black sweaters and gold, and you think, why are you?
Oh, yeah, refined.
Yeah, which is actually a perfect representation of my family. Right, I got the Italian princess, and then I got a guy who could give a shit. You know what I mean? I got a guy that's like, yeah.
I've walked in on a few skinned deer before.
You've skinned a deer?
No. I've walked in on, the hanging. They're just hanging.
Is for your parents?
No.
I walked in on my father skinning a deer.
Oh, that's a terrible euphemism.
Milking a goat? Would that be better? No, that's the worst time I got.
Oh God.
So now let's review the overall narrative. So what was the main thread of the start of this conversation?
There was Mormons.
Well, you were watching the Mormon show, the murder
Mormon show. Good to watch.
The Mormon murder show.
Yeah. Because my paper products.
Yeah. Going back before that, you had mentioned that before I was here, and then you said you shouldn't mention it again.
Well, it's like an unnecessary callback because it didn't need to be brought up again. I just really wanted to tell you as a friend. It may not be your thing, actually, but
no, I like to see religious people murdering each other.
Okay, what does your father do?
He's a pastor.
Oh, what a setup!
Patricide.
Retired, extremely dangerous.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Is he still locked and loaded with Jesus?
Oh yeah, he will blast Jesus at a mother on a moment's notice.
How often, Josh, do you say something? Because obviously you live in kind of different. Well, one's religious and one's science, right? So there's you rebel, your rebellion, instead of doing black tar heroin and underage whatever.
Mm-hmm.
that you're like, oh yeah. Got it.
Yeah, I'm learning trigonometry. Watch this.
Yeah. So, but how often when you say something in a relationship with your dad, does he, knowing your point of views, does he actually bring it up and mention religion?
No, almost never. We those so you conversations are
agreed upon that.
Yeah.
It's all family. All right. Well, listen. Let's make up for last week's debacle with some good old-fashioned videos in which we can comment on.
Okay.
I watched the show, by the way.
You watched last week's show?
You watched the whole
I watched last week's show, yeah. Yeah, well,
you watched it on double speed?
I have to say, yeah, you sound really clever on double speed, 2 times speed. What? I'm like, wow, how's he come up with this stuff?
So quick. Yeah.
You know what? I kept tell you how okay I am with it because it's all about compression. Like if you played it at 10 times speed, I'd still be like, he listened to it.
That's right. You get that view.
You get that view. Now, of course, if our friend Dick is out there, put it away, buddy.
Oh God.
Actually, or take it out now because we're about to watch some videos. Yeah, it's so funny. Last week, well, you know, if you ever put out a low light episode.
Yeah, the low lights. Man, nobody ever does that. Here's the worst of our show.
Yeah, that's the big thing in Hollywood is you only talk about the things you're never going to do one day. That's it. You know, that's the thing. I'm writing this screenplay. Great. A year later, how's the screenplay? What screenplay?
I'm writing it. Yeah. It's still.
If I see one more person post a computer, a cup of coffee, and they're never going to happen dream on social media and says, I'm about to start this. It's like those, that's what's wrong with LA. It's soft. This is why people don't like me is because I have a hard time going along with it. It's like, but don't we all live in a world where we're all going to die and we all need money and we all need love, you know, like why must we, everything is like, there's more acting in social media than they have professionally, you know? And if I see one more guy with a giant watch that costs $49 flashing it, I got problems with it. All right. I like those, I like those young kids that are getting to the, what are these, the youths there with the diamonds, especially the rappers. They're investing into the, I don't know, there's not a lot of resale value on the giant. Who's the guy? Who's the rapper who got the giant diamond in his forehead?
Oh, I haven't even heard of this.
Vision? I don't.
Yeah, one of the now this is the one. Welcome to Old White Man Hour. All right, so
they put a diamond in their head.
Who put a giant diamond in his forehead, like a third eye thing, which is cool, but I think I got infected. I don't really know. Would you?
I believe it is Lil Uzi version.
Yeah, I was close. A little something.
Uzi.
That's cool. I mean, now
$24 million diamond stuck in his. Oh, geez.
Yeah, 24 million. I mean, the entourage you'll have to pay for to not have everyone I know from Queens just take their Leatherman. They're going to borrow Tim's Leatherman, and they're just going to remove that. They're going to move that. Yeah. So here's my advice. Right, if you're a young rapper or you're in your 20s and you start making money, getting land, and it doesn't and don't buy pretty land, ugly land. Ugly land. All right, apartment. You know what I mean? If you see fix it up. Trust me. You put that long term. I mean, so what I'm saying is budget money for cocaine, whores, jet ski. Trucks, all that stuff, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you want to do an 80-20 split where you take 20% of your money and you waste it on, broads and, I don't know, maybe secret gay lovers, you fly to Panama, I don't know, whatever. So, maybe a nice certificate of deposit. I don't know. Just put it in there. I'd like to start a prostitution app that when prostitution becomes legal, where it's just an app for prostitutes. That's what it is. It's not, there's nothing else. You know what I mean? There's no like, oh, I'm a model. No, this is, I'm a whore. And so just like you just order, so like first to market, if you could start developing now with the hopes that prostitution would become legal in the future, you could be first to market on the app and you just, but you would start it and you would brand it with like, not whores, but
I think you're supposed to call them sex workers.
Oh,
yeah, I think so. Josh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did the word whore offend you? Well, you have to wipe that bukkake off your face and come and stand up and show me, and then have a conversation with me face to face. I don't know. Don't actually. There's still you've missed a lot, and it's why are you? How did you find how'd you find my home? Yeah. So you're not whores. You're sex workers. But I'm cool. I'm all for legal prostitution here.
It's safer.
I'm not a whore guy. It's not my thing. I mean, inadvertently. I mean, over there. I've bought some filet mignon for some women who've spent some time with for some brass polish. Don't get me wrong, but hey, So bringing it back, don't be one of these people who posts something you're going to do someday. I only post the things that in which I've already done. And that's why you people hate me. Because if you go through, it's like, I did this, I did that, I did that, I did that. It's not, I'm going to. Don't do me a favor. If you're such a genius, stop taking pictures. Get to writing. Get off why are you on Facebook? You think James Joyce was like, I'm going to take a break and talk about politics. You go to a crick. You smoke a pipe, a fine briar with kind of a North Carolina mixture with some Latakia, and you have a contemplative moment as brother and brother across the river, one in blue, one in gray. And they have what do they have over there? They had what does the other side have? One always had tobacco, one had liquor, right?
Liquor.
That's what it was, right? They crossed like the movie. They cross, and one smokes the pipe. The other one.
I thought you were going to say slaves.
Well, that was the tobacco side.
Oh, okay.
Am I reading this right?
Is it right? Yeah.
Speaking of TikToks, I've got the one we're starting with.
Nice, fine, gentlemanly. What do you call those hats? Boleros?
A bowler?
Bowler?
Yeah.
Bowler. Yeah.
Do you like the video file name? Because I didn't have a chance to rename anything. But yeah.
I like it. It keeps the mystery. So
Yeah.
basically the purpose of that is so you can put a hat on and you just have, I've got lots of hair, but it's just this, well, that's
Or
baffling.
maybe it like catches the dander, so it doesn't.
Good news,
Rain down.
fellas. They do Pert Plus still. I was just wondering a couple of months ago if they still make Pert Plus.
Oh.
Saw it, which is a shampoo and conditioner in one for men in the 90s. But they still. I saw that.
I've used it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
I always
men
remember it
shampoo.
being a fine product.
Wasn't it green? Like the stuff,
bottle.
it came
Yeah,
out green.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Oh my God. So remember hold on real quick. Remember last week? I do remember, well, maybe it was last week. We're talking about the pods
Oh yeah, yeah.
and how they
stick.
leave the thing. Well, the washing machine was not working. So it was not spinning. And so I figured it out, and it is now somewhat back to working temporarily. However, as I look, and I told you that it would leave this kind of shady looking things on my pants. Well, I just looked down and hold on.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's exactly what it
Oh.
does.
So basically, if you put that in the crotchal region and you go shopping like I did one day,
Yeah, you're getting some looks.
you're getting some looks. But because it wasn't agitating, right? So that's why the stuff was. It wasn't agitating enough to dissolve.
I wonder if I could
Yeah.
crank the agitator
Yeah.
on mine.
Well, yeah. Well, I learned a way to reset a washer. I just like to think YouTube.
Yeah, I use YouTube to fix our washer as well.
Yeah, right. There was some reset thing. Who knew? So I would have paid some guy in a van to want to help me put nope, that's not the voice. What's the voice? You want to put the sofa in the come on.
Oh,
Come on, Tim,
it
you
puts
got it.
the lotion.
Yeah, you got it. What's the voice you do? You do a good one.
I can't do that voice. Let me see.
Ted Levine.
Some big fat.
You want me to reset your washer?
Yeah, I'd fuck me.
Or she was a real big fat girl.
Yeah, real big fat.
Yeah.
Refer back to one episode. I don't know which episode in which I met Ted Levine, and we had a long conversation about acting in the parking lot of a pawn shop. Hollywood.
I like
Dreams do come true.
yeah, he's great. I liked he's like in Monk, And then
Yeah.
also
right.
he's the
He
Buffalo
was- he-
Bill.
you know what we should do? Let's tag him. Ted, I don't know if you remember me. A couple of years ago, I was in Hollywood. I was looking at a Gibson guitar that they had, and you were there, and you were talking, and then we had a whole conversation where I was dressed like a homeless person, and you started talking to me with a look of fear for your life. And as I I eventually disrobed and then dressed into a fine Brooks Brothers blazer and tie. And you said, "What, do you got a job interview?" Or I said, "No, I do real estate in Beverly Hills." And he was like, "Oh, yeah." And that is a stretch. Let me add that there. That implies successful income streams. But that's not the point of the story.
You're a real estate agent and you've driven through Beverly Hills.
Technically, I have gotten my real estate license in order to reduce fee. So, it's a whole thing. But then it was just a perfect moment of, if I put like a silver tie bar on, and he's like, "What is happening?" It's like you're transforming in front of me. But listen, Ted, come on the show. You can do it from Zoom. This is our first celebrity invitation, in which we will wait for the cease and desist letter. So Ted Levine, we're big fans. You don't need to do the whole hour. Do 15 minutes. Do 15 minutes on Zoom. Come on, you know. Come on, Ted.
Ed,
Teddy, come on.
help us
Come on.
out.
You don't even have to do the voice, but if you wanted to do the voice,
For the whole 15 minutes.
if you wanted to do like the old voicemails on my phone, like, Brian, but he's helping me with the lotion or whatever, that would be cool. I'd be like,
Yeah.
ooh, if Ted Levine could do the Poor Life Choices voicemail.
leave a message in the basket.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I wonder if he's on Cameo. You might be able to make that true.
Yeah.
Not where
That
you
would be
can
great.
hire people to
Yeah.
wish you
Yeah, that's
happy
right.
birthday and stuff.
I got an invitation to be on Cameo. And then,
Really?
yeah. And then,
Unsolicited.
yeah, as a celebrity. And then I got a follow-up email saying, "Oh, whoops, we didn't mean to send this to you."
It was supposed to
We
be
meant
for
the other Brian Sturges.
Ryan Burgess.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were like, it was the initial run. So whatever I qualified for led me to be a celebrity. But they said, "Oh, clearly, I don't know. There's something, a box got checked that shouldn't have."
Oh, jump.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah. You couldn't do that again if you wanted.
No.
That was
She
great.
didn't want that in the water anyway, I think.
Yeah,
Saved
actually,
it,
you want to
know?
keep that dry. Yeah.
I think I'm losing my mind.
Oh, why'd they gotta?
Oh,
Ugh.
Did he start and then do it again? It's not even. Did he brand himself? This is what I'm watching, right? I'm watching a man brand himself.
Yeah.
yeah.
What did he do? 2 takes? Like, why does it look so bad?
It does look like
He must have moved.
it a
He
little.
wiggled. Maybe
Yeah.
he jumped a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, this initial one right here used to be over here. Ooh. I bet it's gonna look great though. I can't wait to see the
Yeah.
afterwards. If he has a follow-up.
Miles, I tried to make something that you would eat because your appetite was different and you weren't eating your food.
Listen, Mama. These things are just a little snacks. They're just little snacks. They're little snacks. Here, Mama, take them away. Take them away. Those are just little snacks.
Miles,
Come on, that is just a little snack. It's a little snack. It isn't food. It's a little snack.
so what do you suggest I do?
Cook something else.
Oh boy.
Cook something else like what?
Like the dinosaur chicken nuggets. And like some mashed potatoes.
He wants a hot meal.
It's a little snack.
I like him. I like his appetite.
Yeah.
He's just
That
like,
was
come
awesome.
on, like, stop bringing me these Triscuits and celery. I want a hot meal.
I need the hot meal.
That kid's gonna be okay in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's gonna be just fine. He'll be good to go. He'll probably grow up to be a lawyer. Be like, come on. I don't know.
He's chopping down the tree.
Wow.
He's gonna be up there a while, but it looks like
He'll get it.
he's got a plan.
Baby, that car ain't nothing but a pussy wagon, and you go after it.
Unbelievable.
And I'm 73 years old.
God bless you. I like your car too. I'm not going to say any of the same stuff, but I like your car too.
Yeah, well, this is a good old lady car.
Good God. I don't want anybody to yell that at my car. And especially not a
I don't think you have to
73-year-old
worry
woman.
about that.
No, it's not going to happen with my car.
Yeah,
They might
assume
yell
it's
at
a
me
German
to-
Shepherd. There's so much hair. They
Yeah.
just assume it's an animal lost on the highway when it drives down.
Yeah, I'm sure people would just yell, like, clean out your car, get rid of the hobo that's living in there,
Yeah, spray it down.
spray it down. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if you could just hose down the inside of your car?
Oh,
What are you doing there?
well, it's just like an easy, clean slate,
Yeah.
Everything's tile.
Yeah. Is this a nice Verona marble? Ooh.
Yeah. Makes it for a heavy car, but
Yeah.
what?
Okay. Look at the guy in the
Look
back.
at this guy here. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. I mean,
I don't. Okay. So I'd like to also say that what happens is I just start saving things in the moment when I see them. I then
Yeah.
usually go back and get rid of the 70% of stuff that I was like, why did I save this? When you watch it again. So what's happening is we're getting some videos that would not have normally made the cut. Like,
How you doing? Yeah. Hey, listen. You were here last week, and you let your dog shit on my pavement, the same you just did. You need to pick that up.
Hold on. It's a Chihuahua.
Okay, I don't care if it's a Chihuahua or a fucking Great Dane. When I step in it, all right, I got kids in there. When I step in it and bring it in my house, the kids are rolling around in it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, so you need to pick it the fuck up.
I don't think so. I'm not picking it up.
Listen, you're gonna pick it up, or I'm gonna knock your junkie boyfriend the fuck out.
You're gonna let Really?
Pick it the fuck up.
all right. So could you play? Can you turn it up a little bit? Because the boyfriend says the last couple seconds, you couldn't hear the boyfriend.
oh. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, that's good.
Great Dane. When I step in it, all right, I got kids in there. When I step in it and bring it in my house, the kids are rolling around in it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, so you need to pick it the fuck up.
I don't think so. I'm not picking it up.
Listen, you're gonna pick it up, or I'm gonna knock your junkie boyfriend the fuck out.
You're gonna talk to me like that?
I told you to pick it up.
Really?
Pick the fuck up.
All right. So if you can't hear it,
He told you to pick it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, are you going to let him talk to me that way? And the boyfriend goes, I told you to pick it up. Like,
Oh, I told you to pick it up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're supposed to pick it up. She's got
Yeah.
no way out of that one.
No,
yeah,
for sure.
These are the terrible but these are the people that are online commenting about things. Like these are the true, like, God. Do you remember like Gangs in New York where you'd be like, I'm just going to just kill like these 7 men and take over their hat shop. Like I just miss, everything's so soft now.
Okay.
I deem this my haberdashery.
Okay, wait for it. Imagine someone doing this to you while you in the toilet.
Okay.
I didn't expect. I didn't know what was
that.
It looked like a pizza.
Yeah, like a waiter's tray.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That turned out different than I was expecting.
Yeah, me too.
Oh man. Oh, nice tail. Where'd they attach that tail? I wonder. How is that staying in there? Just a little pressure. Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. We have too many intros. So just so you know, the viewers at home, we are working out the production issues of why we have so many intros.
You need to balance it with more outros.
So this is outro number 1. Okay? Follow me at Mr. Brian Sturges. Follow him at Josh K. Willis. Follow Timothy Hall. Josh, give us an outro. And then Tim.
This has been another successful episode of Unnecessary Talk. Unnecessarily adding unnecessary outros.
This has been another episode of Unnecessary Talk. Outro number 3. We'll see you next week.